Armstrong.
Just wait.
I already did that. It's right.
Okay, next
30,
square.
not so much.
X squared minus 9 factors into x plus 3, x minus 3. My brain is like slow in the morning.
But my brain's like slow all the time.
Okay, now we know that the minimum is either 2, like whatever we're choosing, okay? We know that delta is the minimum of either 2 or epsilon over 8, which one, everyone's the smallest one. So we know, like, we're trying to find epsilon over 8, we know that this is less than 2, whereas your inequality would be this. Alright, okay, you have that, then technically number could be between -2 and 2. Okay, so you understand why it's not 1 this time? Okay. Are you sure? Alright, everybody's good so far. Okay, so which one am I given?
X minus
Okay, so which one do I need to make it look like x minus 3?
X plus 3.
Okay, so. Does this make sense? What I'm going through so far? Okay, so how can I make that look like x minus 3?
Subtract 6. Right?
Huh?
To get to -3.
Wait, are we
No,
Sorry.
we're at plus.
Sorry. I gotta put this one. I want to get to positive 3. Sorry.
plus?
Wait,
Add 6.
why do we want to get to positive?
Yeah, we want negative
We
3,
wanna
right?
get-
Because we already have -3.
We already had -3.
But we have to get positive 3 to get to negative.
No, we want to get to positive.
I want to get
We
to
have negative, we want to get to positive.
Just like here. I have here, I wanted to get to the x plus 4. I have this one, I want to get to this one.
Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay,
Now it clicks. Okay.
so I know it's 2 this time because that's what I was told. If you're not told, you're going to go 1, -1. Okay, and you said you would add what? 6. Okay?
We got the number right.
Yeah. Okay, now if x plus 3 is greater than 4, we also know that it would be greater than -8. And why do I do that? Is because that's the way I can make it an absolute value. Now this is the part Ruthie doesn't like.
No, I did it
We're
fine
mad
on
on
this
this
one.
one.
You good? So you put the 8 in front? Okay, so
It
then.
just called it C in the book, and that's why.
Yeah, because it's, that's what, I said, I went ahead and found it away right away. He's like, but it's C all the way in the book until the end.
Uh-huh. I didn't understand it because you didn't call it C over there.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's my fault for being dumb.
Now, why did you
It's
move
okay,
that
Ruby.
8 in front?
That's what we were just talking about.
Really?
Ruthie doesn't like it because it's in the book, they wait until the very end and they call it C. Okay, so I want to go back to the x minus 3 to where I started from. This number is going to go in front of that.
Hold on a second.
Okay. So then you divide by 8, okay? And that means your
Here,
delta.
the book said something like,
If you just read it.
here,
What?
X plus 3.
Example.
Oh, yeah, it's, you just pretty much solve
So
like you normally would, you just change it to C.
It's saying C
divide
is
by
7, and you just take epsilon divided by 7. Or like, well, their example is 7.
So then you don't have to do that last step.
Okay, what they did was they just said this is C. They didn't put the 8 there. They just said there's some value that has to go in front of there that's less than epsilon. Then they divide it by C. So then they have this number is less than epsilon over C. Then they say, okay, well, it was equal to 8, so I know that C has to equal 8. Then they directly substitute it in after. I'm just trying to tell you this is where that comes from. I did it beforehand, which is what was confusing
So
them.
how would you do that if they didn't do?
We would use the 1 and go from there. So like here, they would say, there's some number C that multiplied to x minus 2 to give me epsilon. Then I divide it by C. So I know that epsilon over C, and I go look at my inequality, right here I had 7, then I know C is 7.
So you still have to go, like,
You'll still have to find, you're still gonna have to convert this equation They're just telling you, like, I put it straight up there, and she's like, how's that mathematically? You're right, it's not technical mathematically. I'm just trying to show you that's where this comes from. But they call this, they have it set up like this in the book. And then you find the C later. Okay?
Sorry, Chloe.
So are we done? 33? Like, is that?
Yeah, you just prove that this is, so if I found this one, I know 2, so you just prove that your minimum, whatever the value is between 2 or. And then you just have to say that it works.
Let me check. I was waiting till you check it to make sure.
Okay. Alright, well, I was gonna talk more about 2.5, but we have like 2 minutes.
Can you
Okay.
explain one more time why you did x minus 3 and wanted to convert it to x plus 3?
Okay, whatever I have here, this is what I already know. That's gonna be your starting point. And then you wanna make it look like the other one. So just like here, I knew x minus 2, so that was my, I don't even know, right here, that was my starting point.
And then you want it to make it look like
You wanna make it look like the other one.
Okay.
Why don't you want to make the other one look like
Because then it's not, it
They're
doesn't.
going back, like, yeah, they're not gonna match up. Did I make that clear as mud?
Yeah. I got it now.
Are you better now, Carly? Not really?
No, like I can do it.
I don't want to just turn this
Okay,
over
read
here.
through example 4, because they talk about what the C value is. That might help your theoretical brain.
Can we give this to
It'll
you?
help you have a theoretical brain. It might help the theory part understand it better. Your 2-4 homework? Yeah.
Okay, the book says something in example 4. Notice that if we can find a positive constant C such that absolute value of x plus 3 is less than C, then you can find absolute value of x plus 3 times the absolute value of x minus 3 greater than less than, C x minus 3.
Right, because you're trying, like, you're basically saying, right, if I'm gonna find a value for this one, then it's gonna match for this one, which is what I did. They just call it C through the whole thing until the very end. Because then they say what, like, they probably have this part written down somewhere.
Are we turning this on?
Try it.
I think it probably is toward the end, because they use C all the way through.
Wait.
They did.
I don't turn on 2 for spell that.
So they probably have like this part listed like toward the end.
Yes.
And then they left it as C throughout the whole thing until the last steps. Yes, you can turn in your 2-4 homework. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so make sure that all of your 2-3, 2-4, whatever homework you haven't turned in,